Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Triple H saved wrestling, apparently.
Gunther signs a new WWE deal.
Nick Khan says social media sucks.
And 3 more names are heading into the Hall of Fame. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
This is just a ridiculous story and thumbgunnel combination we're going with today.
A fact-filled news day for you.
Yeah, Triple H saved wrestling. This is according to Gunther.
Tell him he's wrong. Go on.
Walter. What was his name when he was in Japan? Gachaping.
Yes.
He had the green hair and stuff.
Yeah.
He was
Big Van Walter, was he for a bit?
He was Big Van Walter. Big Daddy Walter as
Big
well.
Daddy, yeah.
He's had all kinds of names. Fortunately,
Giant Haystacks Walter, that was another name he used.
That's him. Willie Walter. Willie Walter. What's going on? I don't know. Triple H, Gunther says he saved wrestling to a degree. So it's an interesting quote because it's obviously very catchy, saved wrestling. But actually, when you listen to him explain, shut the F up. When you listen to him explain it makes a bit more sense. So he was on Ariel Helwani, and obviously if you're going to go and pump up the Fed, that's a good show to go on.
He's going to hit you with the hard questions.
Yeah,
the Fed.
Yeah. I mean, he used to for mixed martial arts.
I like Ariel Helwani.
I don't mind him. He got banned from the UFC for a bit, didn't he?
On about 5 different occasions.
Yeah. He pissed that.
Was that Brock Lesnar?
The psychotic promoter off.
I still remember. I was a huge UFC fan around the time that he broke the story about Brock Lesnar before UFC 200, and Dana White was like, "You are literally never coming back here."
Reporter does job.
Yeah.
Oh no. Maybe I'm a bit harsh on Ariel. Yeah, I mean, I've literally followed him for about 50 years. So there you go.
Great, yeah.
But yes, so Gunther, I say his name differently every time. But yeah, he's talking about Triple H. He says, obviously, he's my boss and I'm in a very good position in the company right now, but I think to a certain degree that he saved pro wrestling to a big degree. I think, because I remember when I started in 2005, and all the Europeans that tried to get into WWE, there was such a mystery about it. Like who to talk to and what to do. It seemed so far away, such an unrealistic point to achieve. And Hunter was the one that pushed for opening the world to WWE and created so many jobs and opportunities back then for so many of the guys, like for us, for all the European guys. He opened the floodgates for wrestling for the world outside WWE, and since then the change has been very positive. I think that was a big achievement, and to be honest, because the business changed since then, and it changed to the better. So you can't really argue that the business isn't better off now that Vince McMahon isn't in it.
Absolutely.
And that Papa Paul or whatever, Dorito guy. Whatever, why is he Doritos? Do they like Doritos? I have no idea. Doritos have been downgraded recently. You know, they got these new crunchier recipes. It's not as good.
No.
It's not as good. What are you doing? You had the best crisp of all time.
Don't mess with perfection.
Why'd you mess with it, you idiots? Doritos? I'm gonna beat you up. I lost my train of thought. Again, you speak.
Gunther, he's a great orator, isn't he, Gunther?
Yes.
Like, he puts his point across brilliantly there. He's not wrong, like you say, and he has, look at the talent that Triple H has brought into WWE. However he's gone about that, he has obviously taken it from all corners of the world. And it's understandable that Gunther would be heaping praise on Papa H because, like, any time that Triple H has been looking after him, he's done great guns. Granted, he's one of the best wrestlers in the world, so that kind of helps.
He's the world champion and he just signed a new contract with a boss.
So
yeah, of course he's saying
he's in a good mood.
Yeah.
It's also 100% true. Without Triple H, we'd have no wrestling industry. So just tweet him today, say thank you.
I think that it's an interesting one to analyse with nuance and care.
I think the business was heading in that direction anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've always been of the opinion that what's best for the Fed isn't always what's best for the wider industry, and we've seen that over decades and decades of history. But look, people like Stephanie Vaquer and Nathan Fraser, international talents, grew up wanting to sign for the Fed, and maybe it wasn't possible before. Also, like before I went on a Doritos rant, I mean, look, Vince McMahon was here 3 years ago, and now it's Paul Levesque, and yet the man has his foibles, but he's not an insane dictator with a crime list longer than your average phone book.
Yeah, that's disqualifying enough. But he was also very close-minded when it came to anyone who wasn't like American. Basically.
Yeah, this is it. If you're not American, 6'5" and jacked, you're in trouble. And obviously, like Gunther's in a very good position. I think
Dragunov as well, another one that Triple H has really got behind. Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. And without his injury, I think he'd be very high on the card right now. I think Gunther probably was like, he doesn't really strike me as much of a troll guy, but I think he probably knew. I'm just going to say he saved wrestling. It would get his name
it's a headline,
out there.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it would get people talking. Do I personally believe that Triple H saved wrestling? Absolutely not. But I do think he has made WWE a better place for its employees and the fans over the past 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my take.
And as you alluded to there, also on Aaron Helwani, Gunther confirmed he'd signed a new WWE contract. No great surprise there, of course. As you mentioned, he's World Heavyweight Champion. He was IC Champion for 666 days. He's been the NXT UK Champion as well under Triple H, so he's having a good time in the Fed. But on the show, he not only revealed he'd signed a new contract, but the negotiations, I suppose they weren't that difficult, but Gunther chanced his arm and got what he wanted because he asked for his own tour bus as a perk, and that got granted. It was first reported back in December. He was close to finalising a deal, understandably. But Ariel asked him whether he considered any other options besides re-signing with WWE, and Gunther said, "No, I'm set where I am. Nothing else is really, no," he said. "How could I? I saw that statistic recently, like since I signed in 2019, I've been champion 85 or 90% of the time." So obviously they always saw me in a certain way and gave me that trust, and I enjoy that. I mean, not Vince. He pinned him first in Survivor Series, if I'm not mistaken. He got
him out.
He got out-chopped by Drew McIntyre and then beaten. Yeah. And then the commentators were like, "He looks like a big baby." What? But yes, under Triple H, he has been champion for, as he said, 85-90% of the time with the belts that we just mentioned there. And yeah, understandable they want to lock him down to a long-term contract.
Yeah, why would he look anywhere else? Yeah. He's been the champion 85 to 90%. That's an insane statistic.
Do you reckon his other perk was I'd like a tour bus, a new contract, and to bathe in Jimmy Uso's blood, please?
I think that was it. Yeah, a jacuzzi with Jimmy Uso's blood in it, in the back of the bus. Why would he look anywhere else? Yeah. Why? He's the world champion. He's been booked well under Paul Levesque.
It's probably the easiest negotiations ever, isn't it?
Yeah, he's like, all right.
Can I have a tour bus?
Bus, money, titles. What more do you
want?
Three. What do you want? How many people have got buses in the Titan Sports at the moment? Because it's getting out of control here.
Did Judgment Day ever get a bus?
I'm not sure. They might have a van.
Should have a big purple bus. That'd be good.
The Codeman's got a bus, hasn't he? Yeah. Brandy and Pharaoh hanging on the bus. Mm-hmm. Liberty, let's go.
I forgot, by the way, I was rewatching, because obviously I'm in WrestleMania season, I was rewatching Night 2 of WrestleMania 40, obviously for the opening of all that and the ending, of course. I forgot they start that show by basically saying Cody's been hiding on his bus all day because he got his ass handed to him by The Rock and Roman Reigns the night before. Yeah, I was like, I forgot about that bit of the story.
He's hanging out. I tell you what, it certainly puts Jack Perry's bus to shame.
Yeah,
the scapegoat bus.
And having been on a tour bus recently with one Mark Henry, I can say I do love the tour bus life. I don't know how people live it, but I love it.
Yeah, what about the van life? The tour van life? I mean, that's tough living. That's tough living.
I've definitely been back in the WCW days, crammed into like a minivan, and been sat there and thinking, if this crashes and we all die, I am going to be a footnote in this.
It might not crash, but it might scrape up against a barricade.
It would be like big wrestling stars, unfortunately passed away in a horrific accident, and some twat from YouTube as well or something.
Yeah, some YouTube moron. The bus life, I don't know. I worked for a bus company for too long.
You did?
Yeah, I'm too, what's the word I'm looking for? Informed by the past. Too scared from my experiences. Go back to the bus life as if I lived on a bus or whatever. Let us know your favourite bus in the comment section below. Is it Megabus? Ooh. Is it Greyhound bus?
I do love a Megabus, I've got to be honest.
The Magic School Bus?
Classic double-deck red bus from London.
Yeah, London bus. Yeah. There you go. Minibus.
Or the ones around Newcastle that barely work.
Yeah, the one that don't show up. It's amazing.
You
It's
promised.
amazing.
There's a time written down.
Yeah, how about that? How about that annual dedication to improving the public transport network? What happens with that every year?
You know what bus often drives past my house? Number 69.
Oh,
Nice.
the banter bus, of course. Okay, Nick Khan.
Oh, here we go.
Big Nick Khan. He's WWE president. He is the most powerful man in wrestling. It's not Triple H.
Yeah.
It's Nick Khan. He's higher up on the hierarchy. Obviously, TKO Group owns WWE. Nick Khan is the guy making all the big moves in WWE. He's the spreadsheet guy, the calculator guy, and he thinks social media sucks. So he was. There was this gimmick yesterday, the National Association of Broadcasters. It was in Vegas. Nick Khan was one of the speakers.
Why weren't we invited?
Yeah, no, it's rude. Paul Levesque was there as well. He likes being called Paul Levesque rather than Triple H.
Sorry.
So,
Papa, I apologise.
Papa. I respect Papa John more, and he's a criminal. That's a joke. I don't respect Papa John at all. He also makes lousy pizza in the UK. UK Papa John's, no good.
Ass, yeah,
no
it is
good.
real bad.
No good. Go elsewhere, anywhere else. Your local kebab shop.
Oh.
And the thing is, the Papa John pizza will somehow cost you £25.
And give you food poisoning sometimes.
Yeah. Kebab
Allegedly.
shop.
Allegedly.
Kebab shop's about a tenner.
Yeah. Get chips and a drink with that.
Yeah.
Give me a Rubicon, thank you very much.
A Rubicon Cruise.
Oh.
Have you ever had a Mirinda before? Terrible.
No.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. I only watched. I bought one once because I saw the chicken shop guy. He had one.
What legend?
Penis Munch. He used to get the Mirinda. Saw one in a shop one day. Had to go. Strawberry toothpaste.
Ooh.
Anyway, Nick Khan was talking about social media, about the effect that it has, and the impact that the voices have online on WWE. Nick Khan said, "It is a small percentage of voices who have a big megaphone or microphone in front of them. It's a mistake to respond to your business based off of that. You've got to base it off your gut and the results." So, interesting one.
He's not wrong.
X claims it has 650 annual users.
Million annual.
Monthly users, yeah,
Okay.
sorry. 650, yeah, not just
650.
650
just us,
million.
a few others.
There are 8 million people in the planet. That means 8% of the world's population. That's tiny.
Yeah.
In the US and other countries, it's higher. Obviously, like 20% thereabouts. It's still not a huge, massive chunk.
It's the bubble we often talk about.
It's a bubble. I completely agree with Nick Khan.
Yeah. I do, and it's sort of played out on this road to WrestleMania because we all remember the sort of social media backlash to Jey Uso winning the Rumble. And I can understand elements of it, like, oh, maybe it should have been this person or whatever. But in Nick Khan's defense, look at how everyone in every single stadium, venue, out on the streets reacts to Jey Uso. It's very different to the massive
bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a bubble.
Yeah, they're never going to base their business on
No.
if this gets the most likes, then.
Well, look, we don't base our business off of it, and we're much smaller than WWE. Bit of inside baseball. About 15 months ago, we put out a YouTube video, and it was like AEW nightmares that could come true. And we did one for WWE as well. We did them both.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we said specifically we're doing them for both.
Yeah, scheduled. Did the AEW one first. A few people got really annoyed by it online. Massive, 15,000 likes. Other people got upset. You look at the likes-dislikes ratio, it was like 98%. The people watching it on the platform really enjoyed it. So nobody bases serious business decisions based on these things. Sometimes if it's reflective of like a wider thing, like you might look into it and consider, but like I can guarantee you no big company, we're not even a big company, but like certainly of WWE size, nobody on there is going, Steve thinks that Jey Uso is a one-star wrestler, so we better scrap the main event. It's not how it works.
Bin off our Royal Rumble winner,
And I like my positive interactions with all the great people on the socials, but like a lot of the time, people are just getting wound up over nonsense.
Where can people find you on social media?
Andy H. Murray. And Cameo, actually.
Hey?
There as well, so Adam Wilborn.
You know where it's at.
Find him.
But yeah, either this or it's just a way of WWE finally bringing back Tout.
Yeah, well, they've been looking forward to it.
Tout it out.
Tout. If in doubt, tout.
Right, let's conclude by talking about the Hall of Fame because 3 new names have been announced for the Hall of Fame. Hall of Flame?
Hall of Flame.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame
Fire.
class of 2025. Yesterday, WWE revealed that Kamala, Dory Funk Sr. and Ivan Koloff are going to be this year's legacy inductees, contradicting the reports we obviously heard previously about Kamala still being considered but maybe not going in this year. No, he's in, which is great news. Triple H tweeting out, ironically, each one of these performers left an indelible mark on the history of WWE. It's an absolute privilege to honour each of them and their bodies of work. Legendary superstars Kamala, Dory Funk Sr. and Ivan Koloff will enter the WWE Hall of Fame as the 2025 legacy inductees. Interesting point, this is the first time since 2021 that people have been inducted into the legacy wing of WWE's Hall of Fame, created back in 2016. Apparently Triple H is meant to be the driving force behind it, but yeah, more than deserved for these 3.
Yeah, I do like the legacy wing. I think, you only have so many slots a year and there are so many people from wrestling's past that maybe deserve to be honoured, but maybe for today's audience it's a bit more difficult to get them to sit through like a 15-20 minute package. So I think like Dory Funk Sr., not Jr., I love Dory Funk Jr., but Dory Funk Sr. is a perfect guy for this because he was active like 80 years ago, something mental, a long ass time, obviously. So that makes a lot of sense. I was a bit surprised, like Ivan Koloff is someone who people have been calling for the Hall of Fame, and Nikita Koloff, but Ivan especially for ages. I was a bit surprised to see him go in via the legacy wing because he was a major heel in the 80s and the 70s and stuff, like a major player in pro wrestling.
He's always one of the Koloff's always one of the last ones that I put in when I do the Sporkle quiz naming every WWE
There you
channel.
go. There he is. Koloff. Get a Koloff in there. And the same with Kamala, who to me is one of the most iconic monster characters in wrestling history. Yeah, I mean, you could not do that character in 2025.
No.
But of its time, he was a very important figure for multiple promotions. So I was a bit surprised actually that those 2 went in via the legacy wing, but then I sit here and think actually their pomp was in like the 80s. So for younger fans, maybe it does make more sense than a full-on induction. For me as an old head, it was a bit like, I mean, these guys rock, they should be in there. But yeah, good, like that, the 3 very deserving inductions.
My question is, when is Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. going into the legacy wing?
I mean, rumor has it they created it.
They created it, indeed.
Yeah, but yeah. Sure, let's go.
Congratulations to them. And yeah, it'd be lovely to see them honoured whenever it happens on WrestleMania weekend. Isn't it going head-to-head with us?
It's after SmackDown, yeah.
Don't go and watch that.
Yeah, don't go
join us for this.
Yeah, come here instead.
WhatCulture.com/tickets.
Wearing a much, what are they in, the Fontainebleau?
Yeah. HyperX for us, thank you very much.
5 stars, more like 5 poos. Poo emojis.
A week tomorrow it goes down.
It's like Kenny Omega's friend's dog on the carpet.
Live SmackDown watch along. Live ups and downs afterwards. WrestleMania preview myself and Hamfler. I'm going to do a stage dive. Join us for it. WhatCulture.com/tickets. 2 people have said they'll catch me now, so getting up there.
Well, that'll be Adam and Larry.
Just catching both my legs. Like flip over. Oh no.
Okay, check out this video here. It's the 100 greatest WrestleMania moments. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Badger. This was a weird day.